My annual health check in the US is a 15-minute pit stop. They take my blood pressure, listen to my heart, and it's always see you next year. It's a system built to react, not prevent. You basically wait for a warning light to pop up on the dashboard before you even think about looking under the hood. But in Japan, they do things a little differently. They have something called the Ningen Dock, a full-body examination, so comprehensive, it's like putting a massive ship into dry dock for a complete overhaul. The name literally means human dock, and it came from a radical idea back in 1954. What if we stop waiting for people to get sick and instead build a system designed to keep them healthy from the start? This philosophy might just be one of the secrets to Japan's incredible longevity, with an average life expectancy of around 85 years. The big question is, how does this hyper-detailed Japanese health check compare to the rest of the world, and is it actually worth it for a medical tourist? Let's find out. A health check is a health check, right? Not really. The philosophy behind them varies wildly around the globe. In many Western countries, the annual physical is brief. It's reactive, usually focused on symptoms you're already complaining about. Getting anything more, like advanced scans or a deep dive into your blood work, often requires a specific problem, a doctor's referral, and a whole lot of waiting. It's a system designed to treat sickness, not to champion wellness. Then there's the Japanese approach. Your journey doesn't start at the hospital, it starts before, when a thick pre-check kit lands on your doorstep. Inside isn't just paperwork, but sample collection kits for things I'll spare you the details on. The questionnaire is exhaustive, asking about everything from your diet and stress levels to your family history and daily habits. This isn't just a medical checkup, it feels more like an investigation into your life. This perfectly illustrates the Ningen Dock philosophy: create a deep, data-driven picture of your health before things go wrong. It's a cultural institution here. Based on the latest available data, around 3.7 million people get these checks every year at over 1,700 facilities across the country. The goals are simple but powerful: detect cancer early, screen for lifestyle diseases, and give you a clear confirmation of your health status. For an outsider, the level of detail before you even step foot in the clinic is both intimidating and seriously impressive. The day of the checkup is where the difference becomes undeniable. Forget the chaotic waiting rooms and stressed out staff you might be used to. You walk in, you'll swear you had stepped into a spa or a business class lounge. It's quiet, spotlessly clean, and runs with an efficiency that's almost surreal. You're handed a schedule, a locker key, and some comfortable clothes, and an attendant guides you through a perfectly choreographed dance of tests. There's no waiting, no confusion. You move from one station to the next, and each one is ready for you the second you arrive. First up, the basics, but dialed up to 11. They take all your physical measurements, height, weight, BMI, and even your body fat percentage and abdominal circumference. There are vision tests, hearing tests, an ECG for your heart, and a spirometry test to check lung capacity. Then things get serious. The blood work alone is mind-blowing. They aren't just checking your red and white blood cells, they run a massive panel covering liver and kidney function, a full lipid profile for cholesterol, blood sugar, and HbA1c for diabetes, uric acid for gout, even thyroid hormones and inflammation markers. Comparison point: in the US or UK, trying to get this range of blood tests without showing specific symptoms is nearly impossible in a standard checkup. You'd likely need separate doctor's visits and justifications for each panel. Here, it's all part of the standard package, giving you a complete chemical story of your body in one go. Next, you're guided to the imaging department, and this is where the Ningen Dock really shows off its tech. A standard package includes a chest x-ray and an abdominal ultrasound, which gives a clear look at the liver, gallbladder, pancreas, kidneys, and spleen. These tests are non-invasive and can spot things like fatty liver disease, gallstones, or cysts long before you'd ever feel a thing. But the centerpiece for many is the upper gastrointestinal screening. Japan has historically seen high rates of stomach cancer, so this is a critical part of the check. You might opt for the endoscopy. Comparison point: this is probably the biggest game changer. In the West, an endoscopy is a major procedure. You need a referral from a specialist for a significant issue like chronic acid reflux or suspected ulcers, and you could be waiting for months. In Japan, it's a routine screening tool. The whole point is to find gastric cancer in its earliest, most treatable stages. While it's not the most comfortable few minutes, the level of proactive care is astounding. Catching something on a routine scope can be the difference between a minor procedure and a life-altering illness, and Japan's high rate of early-stage gastric cancer detection is a direct result of this approach. Many packages also let you add on advanced options like a full colonoscopy, a brain MRI, or even a full-body CT scan. This ability to customize the exam based on your personal risks and worries is a core feature. A 45-year-old smoker, for example, might be advised to add a lung CT and a heart exam. The entire battery of tests takes about 4 hours, and this is where the final and maybe most important difference comes in. You don't go home to anxiously wait a week for a phone call. Instead, you sit down with a physician almost immediately to go over the initial results. They hand you a thick, organized folder with every single data point from your exam, charts, graphs, reference ranges, you name it. The doctor walks you through your blood work, the ultrasound images, and even the photos from the endoscopy. Nothing is rushed. It is a detailed consultation focused on one thing: prevention. You talk about diet, exercise, and small lifestyle tweaks you could make based on your very own specific data. The real value isn't just in finding a disease, it's in building a personal health baseline that you can track over the years. So let's talk cost. A comprehensive Ningen Dock can run from $1,500 to $3,500 USD, depending on the options you choose. This isn't usually covered by standard travel insurance since it's preventive, and yes, that's a lot more than the quick health checks you might find in a place like Thailand, which can range from $300 to $1,500 for a solid screening. But here's how to think about it: that upfront cost is an investment against the astronomical expense of treating a late-stage disease, which can easily run into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. When you compare the $1,800 you pay to the potential $10,000 or more that a similar set of tests could cost in the United States, the value becomes incredibly clear. You're paying for unparalleled thoroughness, efficiency, and peace of mind, all in a single morning. So is the Ningen Dock a good option for a medical tourist? The answer is yes, but with a few big caveats. Getting an appointment is straightforward, and you can do it on a standard tourist visa. But the biggest hurdle is language. Most of the 1,700 plus facilities operate almost entirely in Japanese. Trying to navigate the booking process, the complex medical forms, and the results consultation on your own would be next to impossible. This is why concierge services have become a must-have for foreigners. For a fee, these services handle everything. They help you pick the right clinic and package, manage all the bookings, provide an on-site interpreter, and give you fully translated results with a follow-up consultation. You'll want to book a few months in advance, especially for the top clinics in Tokyo. When you stack Japan up against other medical tourism hubs, its unique value proposition stands out. Countries like Thailand and Singapore offer excellent tourist-friendly health checks that are often cheaper and easier to book in English. Thailand, in particular, is a great choice for convenience and cost if you're looking for a basic or mid-level check. However, no other system quite matches the Ningen Dock for its sheer depth, its integrated use of advanced screening like endoscopy, and its cultural commitment to prevention that has been honed for over 70 years. The Ningen Dock experience is frankly incredible. In just 4 hours, you learn more about your own body than you probably have in years of checkups back home. The Japanese system isn't just about finding sickness, it's engineered to preserve health. It replaces anxiety with hard data and reactive care with a proactive strategy. If you're a casual medical tourist looking for a cheap and simple checkup, Thailand might be a better fit. But if you're someone who truly wants to invest in a deep, comprehensive understanding of your health, who values early detection above all else, and who wants to see the gold standard of preventive medicine in action, then the Ningen Dock is in a league of its own. The cost is an investment, but the potential return, catching a serious illness years before it becomes a crisis, is priceless. Japan's secret to a long life isn't just about diet or lifestyle, it's about a philosophy of looking inside before something goes wrong, and that's a lesson the rest of the world could stand to learn. If you found this look into Japan's healthcare system interesting, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon for more videos comparing life and culture from around the world. Thanks for watching.